anger well for the county.
Well, from county politics to a special feature we have for you tonight. Access to clean and safe water is something many of us take for granted. Turning on the tap at home or refilling a glass at work without a second thought is never a hassle. But for families in Marsabit County, water is a daily struggle. Wells and rivers have dried up and residents are forced to walk for hours under the scorching sun in search of the precious commodity. Our reporter Agutu Rosa traveled to Marsabit and brings us that story.
Arriving at home after a long day, opening your tap, either to wash your hands or utensils, or at the office, walking to the dispenser, fill a glass of water for drinking, is almost a natural act. It is also an act that comes with confidence that there is running water. However, the situation is different in Marsabit County. Here, the struggle for water is real and daunting. Wells have dried up, rivers have turned to bed's dust, and families now walk for hours under the scorching sun in search of water. My name is Agutu Rosa. Our journey started from Nairobi to Marsabit, then a 5-hour journey on a rough road to an area called Dukana. Under the harsh weather, secured in comfortable vehicles, eventually the wheels surrendered to the sharp stones that lie on the road. From there, we continued our journey to Saru. This group of women is going to fetch water with their donkey in tow. They seem to have trekked for miles. One might think they are walking towards a bowl or a dam or maybe tapped water. But no, they are walking to go fetch water that's coming from underground. After walking all those miles, they want to quench the thirst fast. We meet Bidu with her fellow women. Visibly exhausted, they left their homes as early as 5 a.m.
I arrived here and I was not lucky, so we have to fetch this water. I have not eaten anything since yesterday. I have to wait for the water to come up from the ground so that I can fetch.
The donkey carries 2 jerrycans, so the following day they have to make another trip. Sometimes safety is also a challenge. Attacks from wild animals and criminals. The women who do not have donkeys often opt to carry the jerrycans on their backs. The little water they fetch caters for all their needs: cooking, drinking, bathing, and cleaning. Kilometers from where the women were fetching their water lies Serigabalo Dam. However, it is too far for the women to access it. A dam that was constructed in 2010, however, one side broke down.
We fear that if the other side breaks down as well, we will really suffer because there is no any other dam close by. People walk more than 50 kilometers to access the dam. We just want the government to intervene before things become worse.
It is a new day as we head to Farakoren. Here, we meet 50-year-old Dubea Lemaro, a mother of 7.
I leave very early in the morning because the borehole is very far. I come back when the sun is setting. The population is also high, so getting water is not guaranteed. The biggest problem we have is water. Compare my skin to yours. Mine is dry because of shortage of water, food and good nutrition. Someone who does not have my problems cannot look like me. My problems are so many. Our livestock died during the drought. The ones we have are so weak. We sell one at 2,000 shillings. That is not enough for upkeep. It's very demoralizing. We do not have food, no good diet. We can only get maize flour. That is why our health deteriorates. Even the few weak animals we have had to be taken somewhere else to look for grass.
Whenever state officers promise development, one thing she dreams of is water. It's another new day as we head to Laisamis area. Kuleharao is a mother of 7. She's lucky for she lives near a borehole, but her biggest challenge is getting food.
We rely fully on livestock, but due to drought, we have lost so many. The ones we have, we sell at throwaway prices because they are weak. We are here and we have other members who have taken the livestock in areas with grass. So we need upkeep, and they also need upkeep. Sometimes we share with our neighbors. If I sell one livestock or my neighbor sells theirs, we share whatever we have and make some porridge. The health of our children has really deteriorated. Most of the times we only prepare porridge and sometimes we go hungry. Sometimes when we get the maize flour, we cannot even afford vegetables or cooking oil. So I prepare whatever I have and give the children to eat. That is why their health has deteriorated.
According to the Assistant Chief of Koya Sublocation, Francis Nalmalo, sensitization needs to be done to prevent the loss that comes from losing animals.
Watu mashirika wakuja pamoja na serikali wakuja pamoja wasungumze na wajue fuli ya kusuluhisha ya maneno na kusaidia watu na pia kufunza watu wause mfugo yao wakati ambayo wako na afya na waweke pesa kwa bank ili baadaye wakati kiangazi inakuja wapate kusaidika na hiyo pesa yao ambayo wameisave. Badala waachilie tu mpaka kila kitu wakati kila kitu naisha wanaanza kuregret.
Bunaya Dano is the CEO at Kalacha Sub-County Referral Hospital. According to him, cuts in donor funding has had a devastating impact on nutrition.
Generally within the hospital, most of the services are being supported by the government, but you see things like nutritional department benefits a lot from partners. And since the withdrawal of the partners, all those commodities have gone down.
The fortunate bit is also majority of those population and the clans who have already been supported, they have been left, they are not reached. That means we might have cases which are unattended to. Some of them are defaulted while they are already in the treatment. Now that they are not reached means that they are defaulted, and not to default means now the status keep on deteriorating.
Following the weather predictions indicating that drought conditions are expected in arid and semi-arid areas, the Kenya Red Cross Society has activated early action protocol for drought. This is aimed at blunting the impacts on the local communities. According to Andrew Lente, Sub-County Water Officer, assessment needs to be carried out by both the national government and the county government.
What I've so far experienced, a few balls which have been drilled, most of them have got either 1 meter cubed per hour, that's about 1,000 liters per hour, or they are deep to the extent that people cannot be able to operate those balls.
He's optimistic that there could be a permanent solution.
If we try to save your water, like creating of sand dams along our river, our seasonal rivers, more sand dams, surface water should be saved, like creating, you construct a mega dams or ponds to supply people with water. That's the only way out, not bores.
According to the National Drought Management Authority, an estimated 1.76 million people are currently in urgent need of food assistance, a figure projected to rise to 2.12 million by January 2026. 3 counties, Turkana, Marsabit, and Mandera, are classified as being in a crisis phase, IPC Phase 3 of the Integrated Food Security Phase classification. IPC Phase 3 is acute food insecurity, where households have significant food consumption gaps or are only able to meet their minimum food needs by depleting essential livelihood assets. The Marsabit water crisis is not just a statistic, it is a daily struggle for dignity and survival. As communities continue to adapt, the ongoing interventions offer a path toward recovery. With sustained support, smart investments, and urgent action, a future where every household has reliable access to water is still within reach, despite it being a long dream for now. However, for these residents of Marsabit, wading through the bowels of dust is a strange yet living reality that very few appreciate water until wells run dry, and that the extreme wilds of desolation lies in oceans and deserts for those not used to them. Aguturuza, KTN.